What's up, guys? Let me tell you, super proud of myself today. Not because of this paper trade that we took early afternoon, but the fact that yes, we didn't take any trades today, but we weren't hasty in entering, and that's the thing that I'm proud of. But at least we have something to discuss. I'm gonna show you now exactly what my thought process was in taking that paper trade early afternoon. As you can see here on NASDAQ, and the same here with SMT, we have an order block. Should I rather show you here? We've got an order block that price was heading towards. I could see price was heading towards this, so I just marked out my key levels, and the order block here was one of those major key levels here. This hourly, you can see much better on the hourly. An hourly order block price taps into, and I was looking at that area as a potential retracement area because of course on the higher time frame we are respecting these key levels. You can see it better on SMT. We've been having these deep retracements, as you can see, down to this order block, and again now today down to this order block, and price begins to react off of that. And you can see on US 30 that in this case we have a much larger range. As you can see with this is my premium discount, and we went into discount, sweeping the previous day lows as well, so that at the same time as S&P and NASDAQ were sweeping that order block, we were taking out key levels on US 30 as well. So very important thing to note, when price is reaching those key levels, we want to see a clean reaction off of those levels. And so if we zoom down, you can of course see that together with this SMT that we form with US 30, because remember US 30 took out the previous day lows, leaving these previous day lows untouched for NASDAQ and S&P. So we have an SMT with US 30. So after price it touched this order block right here and then reacted. I was watching this reaction much clearer on the 5 minute. Actually, you can see a perfectly textbook setup. We had London session right here. Here's Asian session. This is Wednesday today. Price comes in, creates this beautiful structure here. As you can see, we inverse with this inverse fair value gap right here, make a lovely market structure shift, but here we try to enter as close as possible to the order block formation here, the change in state of delivery. So we have our checkbox, high time frame confirmation, an SMT, an inversion, and we create an order block, and we have a market structure shift. You can tick all of those. You don't have to have all of them, but at least maybe 2-3 of them. Boom, that's enough confirmation for a nice entry. And where I was targeting was London highs. As you can see here, we love those session highs and lows. Those are nice key areas for price to react towards. But I was also looking at this the swing high to at least take some partials, but I ended up closing instead. When I saw this candle, I wasn't willing to wait for a retracement, so I just closed. But you can see price would have made it to that target in any case. But yeah, that was before market open. This was around 12:30 when I saw that. I was watching price at this point, and when I saw that, I just had to take the opportunity. But I wasn't going to use the account that we are using to pass our funded. I was just going to use a paper trade because I want to risk something, especially when it's not in my session to trade. but it did look like a good setup, and I want to see where it was going and if my analysis was correct, if I was reading price properly. Just, you know, that mental preparation you want to do before you hop onto the charts. So this was also a personal test for me to see if I can still practice what I know. I can still, you know, read price properly. But yeah, I'll attach at the end of the video a recording of me taking this on MetaTrader on my phone. You can see it just as proof that I did actually take this on as a paper trade. It's on a demo. So yeah, I did take this 100%. It was so amazing to see price just soar straight to target. But then again, we have price still needing to enter our market open, which is this blue vertical line that you see here, this dotted line. This marks our 3:30 when market opens on Nasdaq. And so we see we move like, excuse me, we move rapidly to the upside. If we look on Nasdaq, we do the exact same thing, but you see we both have SMTs here at the low once again. Why? Is because US 30 is the reason for pretty much all the SMTs we've been having. So there's like 3 in a row, just SMT. You could say yes, we had an SMT at the highs also with London high and these highs, but remember, context matters. We're looking at the bias for today, which is going to be bullish, of course, when we react off of high time frame bearish PDRAs. So yeah, we're in discount, swept lows. We keep sweeping lows and creating SMTs. We're gonna have that reaction on our other correlating pairs as well. So seeing markets soar up higher, we create this order block, this breaker, this 5-minute breaker. We also had a 5-minute fair value gap that I had marked over here. I was waiting for price to come down and, you know, sweep this liquidity. It was also, I guess, close to discount if we looked at this range, but price seemed to have consolidated within this 5-minute, I guess 15-minute candle right here. And yeah, that was when the 4 o'clock 4-hour candle started, and I was waiting for it to create the low to manipulate out of this consolidation and then start distributing, and then I would target Asia highs. And then of course later on you can see all these other highs is just resting liquidity to be swept. So yeah, that was the plan, but price did not give us that retracement. Instead, what happened, if you let's rather look at the 5-minute. If we look at US 30, our SMT chart for the day, you can see that price matches up exactly where it swept its most recent low before market open. Again, US 30 kept sweeping its own lows and highs, but yeah, it swept the low, and at the exact same time price was willing to push up higher. Same with S&P. S&P dropped down into its little breaker down here, and at that exact same time price pushed up higher, and in turn Nasdaq started pushing up higher. And that's okay. That's one of those AMDs where we don't get the M. Price just distributes without manipulating, and that's fine. It's not something that you are unable to catch. I could have definitely entered it because I was watching it happen, and I had a feeling it was going to happen because I was looking at the reaction of the other correlating pairs. But I was not willing to enter something like this because I'm not a fan of the AMD without the manipulation. I pretty much prefer price reach into a discount price, be more structured, and then start distributing, so I could get a better entry, because entering just randomly up here is very risky in my opinion. So yeah, that was the logic for this. You can definitely see that I have not taken any trades. Yeah, you can see empty for today, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. We didn't lose anything. But we did gain some insight, some knowledge, and that's always a good thing. So what profile you say this is? You could say this is a London reversal, you could say. Price came in and swept during that session, then New York came in and did the distributing part. A very nice market maker model. If you zoom out, where's my, here we go, boom, price is pretty much gonna take that high now. Whoa, wrong one. But yeah, I think that we may be bullish for the rest of the week. It depends. We might just keep doing this zigzag thing where we take highs and lows and all that. It's very weird at the moment because price is doing this nonsense on the higher time frame. But if you want to look further ahead into the future, I think that we're definitely going to make all-time highs in the future. No doubt about that. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow, same time. Hopefully we can get a trade in. I think we could be bullish, bearish. I think we could be bullish tomorrow. If this turns out to be a Wednesday reversal. But otherwise, watch out for those key levels, these previous day highs, weekly highs, and make sure to look left for any other PD arrays that price might be interested in. So yeah, best of luck.